Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Uchiha the God, man. And today I want to talk about Gojo, and I mainly want to talk about Yuji Itadori, and I think the legendary comeback that we might receive. Now, listen, there is potential possibility here that the bad guys win, right? It is Gege who's the author after all, so you know what I'm saying. But obviously, regardless, Yuji will have to do legendary numbers because otherwise, like, what the hell? He has to do legendary numbers. Otherwise, he might as well have made Gojo their protagonist. You know what I'm saying? Yuji gotta do legendary numbers. So I'm expecting him to perform like LeBron James against the Warriors on a 3-1 comeback type situation. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna need a little bit of help here and there, but he's gonna have to dominate, bro. Both sides of the court. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to be durable, strong, and fast. And I think the guys have a plan. I believe in my youngins, bro. I believe in the students, right? And I think that the plan is going to be weird, and it's going to involve Gojo, even though Gojo might or might not be dead. Um, okay, this is a theory. Now we don't know if it's possible or not possible at all, because Gojo's abilities are weird, right? We know that even Kenjaku has never tried to take over a 6-eye user because he's obviously there's something there that he probably knows that he's like, yeah, that will not work. Because I think the 6 eyes, you need probably the Gojo bloodline like in your soul. Maybe I don't know what it is, but I feel like that is just not a power that you can take like that. You can reincarnate into Gojo's body, for example, but the problem is Gojo's soul is way too powerful. So you would get crushed, and he would overwhelm you like Toji overwhelmed whatever that grandkid that tried to reincarnate Toji, right? Toji overwhelmed the ability and the person or whatever, right? So it's the same situation here. Gojo's soul is just way too powerful. So obviously Kenjaku was like, you know what? Let me not even try this shit. This is pointless, right? What if Yuji's out there with Haguruma? Right, it is Haguruma. I know I called him the wrong thing the last time, so I hope I'm saying the right thing. The judge, right? He's out there with the judge, Haguruma, right? I'm tripping. If I get it wrong, just reply to me in the comments and fix me up, or please. I appreciate it. But yeah, so then Utah pulls up to the back and maybe takes a nibble out of Gojo. You know what I'm saying? And now he won't be able to use Limitless the same way as Gojo because you need the 6 eyes. But if he can just do, I don't know, a purple, if he can do something, bro, something, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we already know that Sukuna's curse technique, even the one that killed Gojo, I don't think it will little affect Yuji as much. And listen, we have a lot of evidence, I want to say, right? And you can say we're reading too much into it, but I think there's a lot of clear evidence that Gojo could potentially come back, right? Listen, if he doesn't, he doesn't. I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna scream about it and be like, oh my god, why isn't Gojo back? If he's back, we was right. If he's not back, we was wrong, and we deal with it and we keep it pushing. But either he's gonna try to eat Gojo, or he's going to, or Rika to eat Gojo, whatever, or he's going to try to find a way to revive Gojo. Whether it could be a binding vow with Rika, it could be one of his curse tools, because he got hella cursed items and curse tools within Rika's hidden inventory, right? He has so many stuff there. It's actually, it seems likely that Yuji Itadori's hand is actually using one of Utah's curse tools, and we know he used those gauntlets, similar gauntlets, against Ryu and them, right? He has a bunch of stuff like this in his repertoire. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think Yuji's gonna do legendary numbers because I think again, he's cursed Sukuna's curse technique, because Yuji's already soaked in it, right? And again, we showcase it again via purple. It was already kind of showcased when he first fought, when him and Yuji and Maki fought 15 Finger Sukuna, and then it was showcased again when Gojo did his last hollow purple. You know what I'm saying? It was showcased that, look, oh wait, if you actually soaked into your own cursed energy, that curse technique doesn't affect you as much. It will affect you, but it's not going to be lethal, right? It's going to be very hard for it to be lethal. So that already takes a lot of Sukuna's arsenals away from him, right? So it kind of forces the fight to be more of a fisticuffs battle. And then obviously when you have Higuruma there, let me just double check that, because listen, I keep saying Higuruma. Next thing, a comment section be fucking slandering me, bro. And I can't blame them. Like, you all should slander me if I'm butchering names like this. Higuruma. I was spelling this so bad, bro. It is Higuruma. Let's go, right? And I think that's kind of the beauty of it here. I think, the fact that he's there with Higuruma, who has an interesting and unique curse technique, that prohibits violence. I think they might put Sukuna in trial to buy time for Yuta, Hakari, Maki, whatever it is the plan is. I think they're trying to buy time so that these guys can figure out something, maybe even see if they can save Gojo, whatever it is. But I think they're planning something, and and Yuji is going to play an important role. I think Sukuna is going to break out of the domain expansion, because I think his brain is still going to be fried, because I think the fight is about whittling down Sukuna because he's so powerful. I think his brain is still fried, even though he reincarnated fully now. And either that, or he doesn't want to open his domain because he knows Yuta and the guys still haven't showed up, and if they show up, then it's GG. So I think that's kind of the interesting thing there. So I think, obviously losing a domain expansion is almost always a GG condition in Jujutsu Kaisen. So why would he remove that from himself, right? But then again, if that was the case, that he could do that and that his brain would heal, because again, like we said, it's like a motor. It needs to cool down. It's nothing to do with actual healing. So I think he's probably still fried, because I feel like if that was not the case, he would have revived straight after Gojo's domain failed and his own domain failed. He would have revived there and then, but Gojo's also fast as hell, so he might just attack him, but he could have revived there and then, dealt with whatever happened, and then just open his domain and try to win the fight that way. But I think he knew regardless, Gojo would be ORCTing and damaging him, and then he'd be way too weakened against even anybody that he fights after, including Kashimo. So back to Yuji here. So I think Yuji, again, being cursed in technique, and he's good with hand-to-hand, and he's blessed by the Black Flash, and whatever gauntlet he has on here with the Black Flash, and he ate the dead paintings, and all of that. So I think he does have a significant power-up, and he's really naturally super strong and super fast. And I actually think he might be Sukuna's brother, like a reincarnated, reanimated version of that, or even Sukuna himself. And I think, because there's the theory about him having brothers and twins, and that's why he's so powerful and has so much cursed energy. Instead of like Maki and his sister and her sister, maybe both of them did have cursed energy, but they had so much of it, but it was split into two, and then when they combined it, that's why Sukuna has so much cursed energy. He probably ate his own brother, whatever it is. The theory is, I don't know. We still have to get his backstory. But yeah, so I think that's probably the case. I think Yuji here is gonna go out there and he's gonna have his revenge. He's gonna have to be the one to kill Sukuna if Gojo doesn't come back. If Gojo does come back, I think Gojo will probably play the key role in defeating Sukuna. But we know that Gojo's role is probably to kill Kenjaku. But then so is Yuta's role is kind of to kill Kenjaku, because Yuta has the movie and Zero and that whole connection, and he's the one that defeated him initially. So we'll see how it goes, but I think it will be a jump jutsu at the end. Gojo might lose his 6 eyes, is what a lot of people are saying, because he'll come back and I think maybe just inspire his students to win, or he might just stay dead. Whatever it is, Yuji's gonna do numbers. That's all I care about right now. King Yuji. All my stocks are with Yuta and Yuji. And that's it. It's been your boy Supreme Cheetah God. I'm out.